Pony! DF here, reacting to the next episode of Pinkie Tales, Raripunzel. Okay, I actually don't know much about this one. Just that Rarity is Rapunzel. And I'm honestly hoping that this is more based on the actual fairy tale and not the Disney version. Yeah. Disney version kind of took its liberties on that story. Honestly, all it has in common is girl with long hair and stolen by evil witch who didn't even have that many magic powers. Never mind. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Raripunzel.
Well, the tower actually looks a lot like the Tangled version.
Tonight, Poundin' Pumpkin, we're going to visit the fashion capital of all the fairy tale world and meet a pony
Is that
who's having
Gracie?
a particularly bad hair day.
Once upon a time.
Long ago, there was a young pony couple who lived in the heart of a large and glorious city. They were obsessed with the glamour and fashion of high society.
The Magpie Pony!
They made it their life's goal
Wait,
to
what?
be counted amongst them. However, the couple failed to realize how costly this prestigious lifestyle would be until it was too late. They were broke.
Yeah.
Worried that they would lose their status and social standing, the couple resorted to deceitful and underhanded methods to get what they wanted in life, which ultimately proved to be their undoing. One bright summer's day, Snooty and Snobby, the newly penniless pony couple,
and
stopped
Snobby?
the city marketplace for something scrumptious to eat. They spied a new cart of wares with exotic-looking foods and trinkets. Snooty turned to Snobby and they smiled, simultaneously deciding to con the seller from her wares.
I say, Madam Shopkeeper, would you be so kind as to tell me what this remarkable piece here is?
Snooty said, attempting to distract the shopkeeper.
Is it Sakura? Holy crap, is Sakura gonna be the evil?
You know, I hear that earthy goods are quite in
I guess not so evil.
The shopkeeper approached Snooty, but kept her face hidden under a dark cloak. Her piercing yellow eyes caught a glimpse of Snobby making her way towards the other side of the cart, while her magic levitated an expensive-looking bag beside her.
It is a charm from the place I was born. It is said to bring luck whenever it is worn.
You don't say. That is rather fascinating. You know, my wife and I just returned from an exotic getaway vacation, and the decor was quite lovely. In fact, we ran into Tommy Hooviger while we were there and offered him some fashion advice. He wanted to use this awful color scheme in his next collection of...
Darling, I believe we are going to be late for our next appointment. Remember, the auction simply cannot...
Is that you, True Sailor Comet?
Snobby said.
You
cutting off
sound
her
just like
husband and starting to
Chrysalis.
walk away. The shopkeeper held out her hoof to stop her before she could get
I
too far.
totally forgot who got the voices
Whatever
in
business you
the
have, you can
casting
delay.
call.
For the goods in your bag, you still need to pay.
Without warning, the shopkeeper reached for Snobby's bag and lifted the flap, revealing exotic fruits that had been taken from her stall.
How did that get in there? You must have put it in there yourself so you could set us up.
This is an outrage. Do you know who we are?
The
You're
shopkeeper
weird?
slowly pulled the hood of her cloak away, revealing her striped coat and mane.
You chose the wrong victim for your theft and your lies. For this time, it has led to your imminent demise.
I picked a bad time to drink water. I almost did a spit take.
I shall curse you with a tall tale spell. The foal you've conceived will be plagued by my hex. Whenever you lie, you will see the effects. Her tail will grow with every word spoken, until the day this curse can be broken. True hearts and true words will set the mare free, and only then can she be happy.
Snooty
Wow.
and Snobby looked at each other with wide eyes.
This is
They hadn't
different.
told a soul about Snobby's condition, and it was too early in the pregnancy for others to notice.
Who are you? I'm an evil enchantress who does evil dances. Look into
Your
my
eyes.
I will put you
I
in
literally
trance.
just watched a...
Okay, Pinkie, that's not funny.
What? Oh, come on! Too perfect! See, Kushi!
Oh.
Let me have this!
Because Sakura isn't evil.
Yeah.
Every pony knows that.
She's not...
You must be new to the whole Pinkie Tales thing, huh? Of course she isn't evil!
Of course
This
not.
is what I call a joke. See, 'cause it's funny. You
Why are there
Stop
balloons in her?
analyzing everything. Get it? That's a joke too, because you're a pony-type creature thing who analyzes stuff.
I'm a hippogriff.
Oh, right, because
I've
it's
never
still
seen the
it's Silver
Griffopotamus
Quill
before.
I'm not.
narrating.
How have you never seen a hippogriff before, Pinkie?
Well, there aren't any in Ponyville, and I had a really bad experience with an OC not so long ago. So I tend to avoid the internet now.
But
Let's just continue.
I'm
shall
trying
we?
to say, but she's not evil in
Snooty and
this.
Snappy were thoroughly
Those two are
frightened
the
by
evil
Sakura's
ones.
words and fled, leaving the bag of goods behind.
That was just
From a
poetic
stall
justice.
Not so far away, a young seamstress smiled slyly. She had watched the exchange from afar, and once all was said and done, she began formulating a brilliant but sinister scheme. Months passed, and the zebra's curse was all but forgotten. That was, of course, until the day a beautiful baby unicorn girl was born, with a coat of white and an unusually long purple tail. It wasn't too long afterward that Snooty and Snoppy had an unexpected visit from the very same seamstress. Her name was Glamour, an up-and-coming fashion designer who had only begun to take the fashion
This
world
is
by storm.
totally Mother
She knew her new
Gothel.
stint in the limelight would impress the pony couple, and she used that to her advantage. She appealed to the couple to give their daughter to her, claiming that it would save them the embarrassment they would face when the world discovered their secret. In return, she would use the money from her recent fashion line to pay their debts and pad their accounts so that they could live the life they always wanted. She claimed to be a lonely mare who sought nothing more than the love of a foal. However, as she spoke, the curse began working its spell over the infant's tail, causing it to grow with every lie she uttered. Snooty and Snobby realized they could never live the life they wanted and would be reduced to shame by raising such a filly. So they consented, trading away their daughter for gold. Years passed and the cursed filly was all but forgotten. She seemed to vanish from sight and from mind as she was never seen again.
Well, this is actually interesting.
However,
I like
over
this.
the years, Glamour's popularity and success continued to climb. Eventually, she was considered the most influential fashion pony in all the land, due mostly to the unique fabric she used in most of her designs. It was unlike any fabric that ponies had seen or felt before. Like silk, it was smooth and soft, but it was strong like cotton. Though they tried, no other pony could duplicate the material for their own clothing line. Glamour kept its origins highly secret, even from her own staff. Glamour's fashions had reached every corner of Equestria, including the royal palace. Her designs were the princess's most favorite clothing, and she became Glamour's most dedicated customer.
I love this.
One afternoon, Princess Orchard Blossom made her journey once again from the palace to
Well,
Glamour's boutique
we've done the
in search of a new
cross-dressing
gown.
from
She wore Glamour's newest
female to
design,
male, so
which
why
just
not?
so happened to be a bright green dress with red and white stripes
But
along the large black outer skirt.
that's what she wore at
The
the
dress blended perfectly with her deep crimson
Shy.
coat and the light blonde mass of hair that made up her mane.
So much is going
towering
on,
over
I
her
can't
like a
fit it
headdress.
in.
Her younger brother, Prince Jack, had begrudgingly followed
Prince
after
Jack.
her when Blossom insisted that he too attain proper attire.
Well,
He was
Rainbow
accustomed to
can't
wearing
be the
nothing
prince
but
every
his
time.
iconic brown hat. But after some convincing, he too dressed up for the occasion wearing a simple green tunic, brown slacks, and black boots. It too complemented his straw yellow mane and light orange coat, though much to his sister's dismay, it was not the latest fashion design made by Glamour.
Ooh, you will look so
Did you say
lovely
much
in a
to her
proper
sister's
suit.
dismay?
I wonder if I can get Glamour to
Slight
recommend a
slip there.
stylist for you.
Oh, I'm the prince this time. Take that, RD.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing. I've
Yeah,
never really
AJ.
been one for fancy clothes and things like that, big orchard blossom. You know that.
I'll never understand your aversion to fashion deals,
I'm
brother.
sorry.
Especially
The
when you
Orchard
insist
Blossom
on
voice is
wearing
just
that
beautiful.
Atrocious brown, frumpy-looking thing on your
I
head.
can never take Big Mac
call
seriously
my
when he
hat
uses that voice.
grumpy?
The dress is
If you could
fine,
even call
but
it a
that
hat.
voice,
So
it's
drab, Jackie. It's like you want to embarrass me.
Prince Jack stopped dead in his tracks.
What did you just call me?
Glamour! You.
I missed what had just
Your
happened.
princess has arrived.
Princess Orchard Blossom called, ignoring her brother's question and racing towards her fashion idol. Prince Jack sighed and resolved to join her when he caught a faint but familiar scent. He turned his head in the direction of the forest nearby and saw a lovely grove of apple trees. He looked from the trees back to his sister, who was too enthralled in her fashion to pay him any notice. Rather than join her, he stole away towards the
I
trees,
see the apple
licking his
eyes.
lips. Without hesitation, Prince Jack plucked the bark of an apple tree, and a single apple fell from the branches above. It hit the ground and rolled away from him, disappearing out of sight in the midst of long-growing vines.
Seriously? He's gonna
Where'd it go?
go.
Prince Jack
Seriously?
asked,
That's
pulling
what
the vines
what
aside,
leads him
revealing
to...
a not-so-secret entrance to an open meadow, occupied only by a single giant tower.
Not very well hidden.
Well, that's definitely not something you see every day.
He circled the tower, looking for an entrance, but found none. Even so, Prince Jack's curiosity got the better of him, so he used the misshapen bricks of the tower to begin an ascent to the top.
Whew. And here I thought climbing a beanstalk was...
Yeah! First one. First
Why am I
episode.
talking to myself?
Why are
Prince
you
Jack
talking to
asked,
yourself?
Then paused
Why
when he
are
heard the
you?
unmistakable sound of some pony humming and the whirring of some kind of machine. As he climbed higher, the humming
Could be
grew
Rarity and
louder,
Applejack.
until at last he
That's
reached the
good.
other side
I
of the
kind of
window.
like this ship.
Just as Prince Jack's two front hooves
They're not
reached
my
the
main
windowsill,
ship, but I like
his
them.
back legs
Whoa!
slipped,
Whoa!
causing him to shout in surprise and dangle from the windowsill.
Who are you?
She looks like a human with a pony head in that shot.
Stay back. I have a series of sharp pins and I know how to use them.
I thought she was gonna say curling
Not to be
iron,
rude or
like in Doctor Who.
anything, but I don't think I can move right now, even if I wanted to. So, I'm pretty sure you're safe.
Well then, what is it you want, And how did you find me?
Do y'all mind interrogating me inside the tower,
You
please?
used y'all in the
The
wrong
man trotted
context.
lightly over to the prince and stuck her head out the window to examine her unwanted guest.
Oh my, you really are stuck, aren't you? Well then, maybe this will teach you not to go poking your nose into other ponies' business,
If y'all could throw me a rope or something, I'm pretty sure I could
There's
pull
only
myself
one
up.
of her. You don't say y'all.
All right, just give me a second.
The mayor said, disappearing
learned
from
that the hard
window
way
for
a long
moment
time
before
ago.
tossing down what appeared to be a purple rope. Prince Jack wrapped the strange rope around his hoof and let go of the windowsill. He realized soon after that it wasn't rope at all, but instead a massive amount of...
Hair?
Oh my, you're not quite as light as I'm used to. Go on then, climb if you must.
Prince Jack didn't hesitate, using the hair to pull himself up to safety.
Of course, she could
Thanks
just use
for,
her magic.
Saving me with your, all that hair.
Prince Jack said, trying to comprehend what he was seeing. The mare standing before him was a lovely white unicorn in a simple yet elegant pink dress. She was surrounded by piles upon piles
Yeah.
of purple hair.
It's my tail.
And the
actually.
clothes are
I
still
don't know
Disney.
if I could
I'll
stand
accept
it
that.
If my mane was unmanageable.
I think I owe you an apology. My name's Prince Jack. I didn't mean to intrude like this. I guess I was overtaken by my, curiosity. It's not every day you find a lone tower like this one without some kind of a door.
Did you say Prince Jack?
Yep.
And here I thought fairy tales were all just a bunch of stories for little fools. Who would have thought they'd be true all along?
Aww.
Wondered and waited.
baby
and
doll.
I think a little part of me
Sorry,
hoped,
my
but I never
cat.
actually believed a prince would come for me. After all, I mean, there's no dragon or danger per se.
I'm sorry, what now?
Oh, yes, how rude of me. I am Raripunzel, and I am a... What are those things called again?
Raripunzel said, trailing off. She trotted away from the prince momentarily to fetch a book. Using her magic, she flipped through the pages for a moment.
Damsel in
before shouting,
distress.
Aha! Here it is. I am a damsel in a dress.
Don't you mean damsel in distress?
Oh, right, yes. And you are a prince who has braved many challenges to find me. Well, one challenge, climbing a tower, but it was still terrifying, so it counts.
Counts. Counts for what?
And now is the part where you save me and whisk me away to my happily ever after.
What?
I'll have to pack something suitable.
What?
What does one wear to her happily ever after?
Whoa, hang on, wait a minute.
Slow
What in
down.
the hell are you talking about?
Why, my fairy tale, of course. It explains it all right here in
This
this
is
book.
actually perfect for
Well,
Rarity.
Typically, a damsel in distress has something that is, distressing her. So, what exactly is the problem here?
Oh my, where do I even begin?
Raripunzel said, collapsing onto a fainting couch nearby.
You see, Jackie.
Oh, come on. Jackie? Really? Pinkie Pie, I know this is your doing. Cut it out, consarn it.
Oh, it's her
I was
ship
born of
fix.
a dreadful curse. So dreadful, in fact, that my parents abandoned me on a lonely doorstep. If it weren't for Glamare taking me in as her own, I would be out on the streets, ridiculed and tormented. Not to mention the fact that my poor tail would be trampled in dirt, mud, and who knows what else.
So, why not just cut it?
I do, darling. How else do you think I make these?
Raripunzel said, pointing to the corner of the room that Prince Jack had not yet noticed. His eyes widened when he realized that the silky and glossy material incorporated into these dresses were made from her tail.
Wait, so you can sew hair?
Raripunzel sighed and got up from her fainting couch.
Come, there is something you must see.
She said, leading the prince from the room and down a flight of spiral stairs within the tower. She pushed open an old door and pointed inside for Prince Jack to see.
Oh, man.
The entire tower was some kind of magical clothing factory. Raripunzel lit her horn with magic, and the room sprung to life.
That's pretty cool.
Each little tool working from her magic at once. Prince Jack stared in wonder and watched the process
Oh,
carefully.
so that's why
Hair
Suri
would be
stole
fed into
her,
a
because
spindle and spun into thread.
the tail,
The
an
thread
endless
was then
supply
woven
of
into what appeared to be a
material.
loom, which produced the fabric.
That's just
Then the
sick!
fabric would be bathed in one of the many large color dye vats, with the exception of the fabric that was to remain purple, of course. Finally, it was hung to dry and neatly folded in the corner.
That's
ready to be
wrong!
sewn into
I
an
mean, even more wrong than...
It's quite something, isn't it?
Ooh, I'll say. That, definitely explains why this tower's so big. But I still don't get why you just don't cut it all off and just leave. If you don't like it here.
Raripunzel, I'm like, here, look on your tail or whatever.
Oh my, she's here! You have to go! Wait, you can't go, it's too late. Oh, she will be furious that I showed you her secret fabric making facility!
Hide
I'm waiting.
One
him
moment, Mother dear!
in the tail.
Must hide!
Where? In here?
Good heavens, no! She'll find you for sure. Quickly, my bedroom is the only safe place.
Raripunzel said, racing back up the tower steps with Prince Jack following close behind.
Let tail roller
I
drag.
don't understand what could be taking so long.
Raripunzel quickly emptied out her wardrobe to make room for Prince
I'm
Jack.
gonna be in the
He
closet,
slipped
of
inside
course.
and shut the door while she raced towards the window. As quickly and gently as possible, Raripunzel threw down her tresses and held the end with her magic so that it didn't pull at her uncomfortably.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Raripunzel throw down her dresses?
Tresses, not dresses.
Tresses.
Pinkie. It's just another way of saying hair.
Pinkie
or,
looks different.
In this case, her tail.
Are you sure? Because that just sounds like a pun to me. Ooh, or maybe a good rhyme.
Oh no.
She makes dresses with the dresses to relieve our stresses, but the dresses make excesses of hairy little messes as the story progresses, and they all become dresses.
My head's
all the
bobbing.
successes that glamour possesses.
Anything to burst into a rap song. Huh, Pinkie?
You know it.
She's a princess.
All
The
right,
princess of
like,
friendship.
all now.
Using her magic, Raripunzel pulled her tail slowly back inside the tower, along with the exasperated mare. Prince Jack could catch a glimpse of Raripunzel's mother through a small opening between the wardrobe doors. He was surprised to see the Earth Pony with the soft pink coat and the light purple mane wearing something so simple in contrast to the over-the-top designs that his sister often wore. She had a loose-fitting red dress that ran the length of her body, with no accents besides the cloth belt and a gold buckle at her waist.
You wanna play? Kill a feather demon! Kill a feather demon!
Small talk, okay?
sorry,
I have places to be
it's our
and
toy.
orders you need to fill.
Glamere said, setting down the scroll of orders beside Raripunzel's sewing machine.
The princess invited me to dine with her tonight, so I'll have to keep this short.
You're not staying for dinner?
You know, I would spend every waking moment with you if I could.
Through a small slit in the wardrobe doors, Prince Jack could see that a magical change was taking place. Raripunzel's tail was growing.
It's just that I'm in such high demand for my work these days. Okay? I can't help that the pony masses adore me. Make sure to follow my instructions to the letter, Raripunzel. The princess is a very demanding mare. She'll want something new, fabulous, and expensive.
Yes, Mother.
There's a good filly. I should probably go. I don't want to keep the prince and princess waiting. Oh, did I mention the prince came to see me too? Those royals really can't get enough of me. He probably wants to, I don't know, go out or something after
Ah! And,
Raripunzel's tail
and
continued growing
he's
and
right in
growing.
the closet.
this. I'll see you tomorrow with those new dresses, okay?
Glamere said, already descending from the tower on Raripunzel's tail.
Okay, so did she do that on purpose?
Raripunzel
Does
said,
Rarity
waving
even
her
know?
hoof as her mother disappeared back through the secret entrance.
No pony told me I wanted to date an old ugly mare like her. So, how often does your tail grow like that?
Oh, all the time, I suppose.
Really? 'Cause it wasn't growing earlier when it was just us talking. but when your ma showed up, it must have grown at least another 3 feet. What exactly is this curse of yours, Raripunzel?
It's Raripunzel, darling.
Yeah, and it's Jack, but that really doesn't matter, does it? Pinkie rule applies.
You're delightfully crazy sometimes, Jackie. But to answer your question, I'm not sure. Mother never told me what the curse was. Only that I had one.
I think she really does
also
it on
told me
purpose.
never to let another pony in here, to guard her secret, of course. Mother says my fabric is the talk of the town, even after all these years. If some pony were to discover this tower, or me, Mother's fashion line would be ruined.
But if you stay cooped up in this tower for the rest of your life, how will you ever get to do the things you want to do? Design the dresses that you want to make.
I...
Why don't you come away with me, Raripunzel?
Ah,
Cut your tail and your ties with this
blushing!
knife. I know you only just met
Come
me.
away
but
with me.
We're working with fairy tale logic here.
Yeah, we're working with fairy tale logic.
You are my prince. I just need one teensy moment to
Applejack
pass.
is the princess is
Raripunzel
awesome.
said, joyously trotting around the room and gathering a series of designer luggage pieces.
Rare? I think the point of a daring escape is to be subtle.
Oh, of course it is. It's just a few minor essentials.
Good thing you didn't leave a mark on that one, Gracie.
Yep, saw this coming.
Prince Jack said matter-of-factly. He was harnessed to a wagon filled to the brim with what
Sorry,
Raripunzel
she wants
had
to play
deemed
Papa.
essential, and was walking with her towards the not-so-secret entrance to the outside world.
I suppose I kind of deserve it after I messed up the tail trimming and all.
Raripunzel said in response, trotting ahead of Prince Jack angrily and choosing not to look back at her lopsided stump of a tail. Prince Jack held back the vines of the entrance and let Raripunzel go ahead of him. Her sour mood melted quickly when she saw the wonders on the other side. She hadn't realized how close she was to the
What
heart
is
of
this
fashion
place
world,
filled
and
with
seeing it for
so
the first time
many
overwhelmed her with joy.
wonders?
Oh
Oh,
my!
those,
Are you
this
seeing
nice
what I'm
picture
seeing?
there.
Look over there. That's one of my dresses. Oh, how lovely it looks on her. She clearly knows how to complement her colors. And look at those little bows. Oh,
Tangled
so
reference.
fashionable, so adorable. How could I have never known such wonders? Why, there must be dozens of little shops.
Again, I want to
wonder
sing
how
that
many other
Fluttershy
ponies'
song.
designs there will be.
Raripunzel exclaimed. In her excitement, she trotted away from Prince Jack, yearning to see more.
Hang on, Raripunzel! Wait!
Prince
Your
Jack called
tail!
out to her, but found he could not follow with the weight of the wagon slowing him down. When he caught a glimpse of Raripunzel disappearing into a crowd of ponies, he unharnessed himself and raced after her.
There you are!
Princess
Hey,
Orchard
is
Blossom
that
shouted above the commotion.
Estelle
she
right
forced
there?
her way through the crowd of ponies to get to her brother.
And I
as
see
soon as he
Magpie's
was
tail.
within reach, she scooped him up in her hooves and carried him in the direction of Glamaire's boutique.
You are very late for your fitting. You do realize the fashion show is this evening, yes? There will barely be enough time to tailor your ensemble.
Wait, there's some pony I have to find first.
Oh, quit your thrashing, Jackie. It's most unbecoming.
Jackie.
Why does every pony keep talking like Rarity in this here story?
Yeah!
Let me go! Ah!
Prince Jack said,
Oh,
as he
big
was forcibly pulled into the boutique
What?
by a team of ponies
What do you
who
want,
had been
baby?
awaiting his arrival.
Raripunzel! Raripunzel! Rarity!
Jackie?
Rarity!
Raripunzel said, turning her head when she heard her name. To her dismay, her prince had vanished. She scanned the crowds in a panic,
Short
finding
tail.
only her abandoned luggage and the unharnessed wagon.
Jackie, you can't abandon
Short
me.
tail.
Jackie, where are you? This is very unprincely.
A new voice cried. Raripunzel turned to see a strikingly fashionable light blue earth pony atop a platform,
Photo finish.
carried by an entourage of
boy.
ponies all wearing cohesive
Yeah,
colors
I'm
and
worn out by
designs.
all this fashion
Her
stuff.
gown was just as over-the-top as Princess Orchard Blossom's, and Raripunzel recognized it immediately as a custom design she had made. Giant puffed-out black and white sleeves held together with pink ties, a huge pink collar with metal extensions, and a giant puffy white skirt combined to make the most bizarre outfit Raripunzel had ever sewn together. It looked as bizarre on the pony, but she instantly regretted the design choices her mother had made.
So inspirational. Such a bold decision.
The pony said, circling Raripunzel like she were a spectacle.
Huh?
Raripunzel said, wishing this
The
pony
short
knew the concept
tail.
of personal space.
Your tail. It speaks to me.
A
It
little
says,
tail
"I
is
don't
just
care what
right
other
for
ponies
your
think
kind of
me.
bird.
It's so uneven, so
Ugh,
sharp.
why did I do that?
No other pony
Sounds
would
nothing
dare to
like
show their
German
faces
people.
here with a tail like that. It's brilliant. This is the inspiration I have been yearning for.
Gracie,
Yes,
get down from
I
there!
must have you in the show tonight. I want to introduce you to the world.
Gracie.
Come
on.
We must go.
The pony barely
Not
gave
that way.
Raripunzel the chance to inhale before the entourage of ponies around her had lifted her and the mysterious mayor back onto the platform. In the blink of an eye, they were off again.
I'm
making
sorry.
the unicorn highly
Baby doll.
confused and
Ugh.
slightly frightened. Glamour was one of many designers that were scheduled to present their new fashions at the fashion
Now,
show
what is
that
that?
evening.
Glamour?
But the buzz over the news discovery of
Oh, I
fashion
just
was
got the
already taking the city
pun.
by storm.
Glamour.
No pony in the show knew the pony that inspired the trend, but each
She gets
designer
it too.
immediately tailored their models and even some of their designs to emulate her. The gossip backstage was that this mysterious mayor would make an appearance at the show, modeling for Colton Klein. Most models protested at first, but quickly caved in when they were threatened to be replaced.
Fine.
This, however, did not intimidate Darling Dash. No other model
What?
held a higher opinion of
What?
herself and her look than she did. But her runway
Oh
skill
my
was
God.
flawless and her skill undeniable. For this
Oh my
runway show, she
God!
had her
It's
brightly colored
Generation
rainbow mane
3!
pulled up in a ponytail
Rainbow!
with a bright pink bow
I
studded
can't
with
take.
rhinestones.
Okay.
The first outfit she would model
Okay.
resembled a pink
Honestly,
ballet gown,
Magpie,
sheer
this
pink
episode hurts
skirt,
my
and
eyes
a
with all
glitter
this
light
over-the-top fashion.
She was the most sought-after model in the
my
city,
God.
but working with her wasn't exactly a dream come
Oh,
true.
boy.
Glamour was learning that the hard
Well,
way.
I give you props for
You want
creativity.
to do what to my tail? Don't you dare come near me with those scissors!
Darling Dash cried.
This is so
She stamped her
hurt.
hoof and...
It's so painful.
Okay, you know what? I can't do this.
Why? What's the matter?
I know what you're doing, Pinkie.
Oh? What am I doing?
You're trying to make a point here, aren't you?
What? No! What are you talking about?
You got tired of those comments, didn't you? The ones that were angry that you cast Dash as a boy in the other Pinkie Tales.
Ah!
That's the furthest thing from... You know what, But, geez, you know, ugh. This whole analysis thing of yours can be really annoying.
Pinkie, you named her Darling Dash. I don't have to analyze anything to understand what you're doing here. It's visible from space.
But you didn't have to say anything.
I was gonna say it was just a
Everybody's
G3
gonna
reference.
be mad all over again.
Oh, Pinkie, you preciously positive pink pony. Why do you care what any pony else thinks? You just need to
Yeah!
be yourself and tell the stories you want to tell.
Yeah!
Nobody's opinion should ever stop you from doing what you really want.
Yeah!
You think so?
Yeah!
So,
And that's to you, subscribers,
you should
too.
pick some pony else to be the model?
No way. Rainbow's perfect.
She isn't anything like this, Pinkie. It's completely out of character for her.
Yeah!
Not Generation 3.
Aha!
Clever girl.
Well, for some reason,
Clever
it's the latest
girl.
trend. Okay? I, for one,
Good point.
refuse to show my fashions tonight with outdated models.
Outdated? I don't follow the trends. I set them, you one darling. Do you know who you're speaking to, darling? I've been Cosmere's darling cover mayor for 5 consecutive darling years.
Enough with darling,
I worked
darling.
with Aberpony and Fitch, Goldester, Bloomingdale's, and Hoof Lauren. Darling, if you think you're going to snip a single hair from this darling, luxurious tail, then you are sorely mistaken, darling.
Okay,
And I'll
this
have
is
to
kind
go
of
with another model to showcase my pièce de résistance.
What? But this will ensure my 6th darling consecutive win, darling.
Stop talking like that.
All right. Fine.
Why, Rainbow?
Be quick if
Why?
you must.
Why?
Darling.
Darling Dash said.
Enough with
turning
the
away from
darlings.
cosmetic mayor holding
Darling.
the scissors.
It's like
Each
that
scissor cut sent a chill up
point
her
of view
spine,
episode.
and her facial expressions turned more exaggerated and distraught. Meanwhile, Raripunzel found herself in a whirlwind of fashion that both excited and frightened her. She hardly had a chance to answer simple questions, let alone learn any pony's name. Every pony seemed to be in a huge hurry, and she was rushed from place to place having her mane styled and her makeup perfected. No pony had bothered to ask her if she knew how to model, or even what she was supposed to do on the runway, but some part of her didn't mind. This was
like
the world she had
Fluttershy.
longed to be a part of, and to be so thoroughly
Hey!
appreciated just for being herself was more than she could
And,
dream.
hey! Hey!
Myself.
It was
Darling
me.
Dash said,
What?
pushing ponies out of her way to confront Raripunzel.
Her? She's the
It's me.
trend.
She is a
And is that
revolution,
actually H?
a breath of fresh air in the world of fashion.
Oh, snapshot.
Hey,
darling.
Keyframe, Pinkie Rose, Mary Menley, and Lost Narrator.
Darling Dash said nervously. Once the words left her mouth, however, Raripunzel felt the familiar tug of magic as her tail began to grow. All at once her cheeks were bright pink with embarrassment as she tried in vain to cover it up.
What? What is this? What is happening to your beautiful tail? Cut it off at once.
Snapshot cried, refusing to let a little magic ruin her new fashion discovery. Her assistants immediately snipped the new length off the tail and threw away the remains.
Oh, yes. There is a little something you ought to know about my tail. It has a terrible habit of...
There. All better.
Oh, yes, darling. I think it looks much better this way.
Once again, magical growth occurred and the assistants snipped it away.
Stop lying!
What is happening to my model?
I tried to tell you, my tail is kind of cursed.
Well, isn't that a shame? I hate to think you'll miss out on your first runway, darling.
This is outrage. Your curse is interfering with fashion.
Guess that means you're not cut out for this job, huh? Don't worry, Snapshot. I love your new trend.
Darling Dash said, putting a hoof on Snapshot's back sympathetically. Raripunzel hid her
Rainbow's
face in
now
her
so
hooves, silently baking
mean.
her
Forget the
cakes.
girliness.
Raripunzel, how could you?
Hey,
Mother?
I know
How
this.
did you find
I know
me?
this artwork.
It's kind of like
museum, yeah.
hard to ignore a group of ponies walking out of here with like trash containers full of hair, okay? What do you think you're doing? Do you want to hurt me? To ruin me?
No,
To
Mother.
ruin
of course
me?
not. I just...
You just nothing, Raripunzel. Not another word. You won't be a part of this or any fashion show. Ever.
Glamare exclaimed, taking Raripunzel by the hoof.
Aw.
That won't, be a problem, will it?
She added,
Sorry,
staring daggers at Snapshot.
Kitty
I
trumps
have no
everything.
desire to work
I mean,
with a
she overrules
disobedient
everything.
child with a cursed tail.
It looks better on me anyway, darling.
Raripunzel's heart sank when she realized how much power and influence her mother held over these ponies. She looked around, hoping to see a friendly face, some pony who would stand up for her, but all she could see were averted gazes. Her mother
Where's
forced her
Jack
towards a
been the
simple
whole
broom
time?
closet and pointed her hoof at the door.
I don't have, time to take you back to your tower. I have a show to do. You will stay in there, out of sight, where you can't embarrass me anymore.
Aw, man.
Glamare said. She didn't wait for Raripunzel's response. Instead, she pushed her inside the closet and
It's
shut
just
the door,
awful.
leaving her alone
Abuse!
in the darkness with a broken
Abuse!
spirit and a broken heart. Meanwhile, the fashion show attendees were just settling into their seats, excited for the show to
What's
begin.
that in the upper left-hand
Princess
corner?
Orchard Blossom made her grand entrance, blowing kisses to the ponies who cheered for her as she made her way to her seat.
I can't handle all this fashion.
Oh, hello, yeah. Howdy. How y'all doing? Mwah, mwah. Oh, my adorable.
I can never take Big Mac seriously with that
How I love them
voice.
so.
The wig's
She was
fine.
accompanied by her brother, who hoped he
Oh,
might find Raripunzel
wow.
in the masses of audience ponies.
Huh.
Are you still looking for that pony of yours?
Princess Orchard Blossom asked, adjusting her new gown as she
Actually,
settled
not
into her
that
seat.
bad.
She could be anywhere. It'd be here. I'll be right back.
Prince Jack said, standing from his seat momentarily, only for Princess Orchard Blossom to pull
Gracie.
him back down in place.
I'm sorry.
Don't be rude,
Baby
dear
being
brother.
cute.
The show is about to begin. If your mare friend is in the audience, then you can find her after it's over.
Prince Jack grumbled under his breath and crossed his hooves defiantly. The lights dimmed and the excited chatter of the crowd ponies died down.
That's
A
an
fashion
interesting
pony
symbol.
Prince Jack had never seen walked onto the stage and
It's
announced
yin
the lineup
yang
for the
mixed with
evening
star
show.
and moon.
Soon after, the model ponies began their strut down the runway. Prince Jack was restless, fidgeting in his seat trying to
I
get
think
a
I
better
see it's
look at
Anna
the
Chloe,
ponies
yeah.
around him.
Is that
He only
Pegasus?
paused once when a terrifyingly familiar
Wow.
face emerged from behind the curtain.
Rainbows! Rainbows, darling! Rainbows! Rainbows to you, darling! Oh, and to you, too! And you get a rainbow, darling! And you
Get a rainbow! I knew that was coming.
Darling Dash exclaimed, smiling brightly.
This
as she
is
struck
so
confidently down the runway.
But you've made your point.
Is that? That can't be. Rainbow Dash? Why? Sweet Celestia, why?
Because she's a girl!
All right then. Point well made, Pinkie.
Wow.
Give you that.
But you're a girl too, Applejack.
Princess Orchard Blossom! Oh, and to you, Prince
See?
Jack.
Gracie gets it. Okay.
Ugh, that's just too disturbing. Pinkie, I can't unsee that.
Oh, wow.
Me either.
Wow.
So much regret.
Yeah.
Despite his attempts, Prince Jack was unable to find Raripunzel in the crowd. The fashion show dragged on for
I can't
2
unsee
hours,
that.
with many disturbing appearances from Darling Dash in various outfits, each more scarring than the last. After the last model in each collection had completed her sachet down the catwalk, the designer ponies took a
can't
moment on
unsee
stage
some
to
of
thank the
this.
crowd for their support and talk about their line. Most were egotistical
Tracy.
ponies with an inflated worldview of their fashion, but no one
here,
could top
baby.
the bravado of glam air.
Thank you, my little ponies. Thank you. Once again, my unique fabric and design steal the show. It's like so hard being the sole creator of such an enormous fashion empire.
Liar,
But
liar,
there's
liar.
nothing I love to do more than make other
the
ponies
tail.
happy.
Prince Jack furrowed his brow and squinted his eyes. Had she just said that she was the sole creator? He knew for a fact that Raripunzel was the one to design and create the gowns, not Glamour.
Fashion just speaks to me in a way other ponies can't possibly understand. I can't say for sure what my inspiration is, but these designs just come to me. It's a natural gift.
Prince Jack noticed something from the corner
The
of his eye.
tail
It was
has
a little
become
tuft
a
of purple hair growing from
mountain.
under the curtain behind Glamour. He gasped and bolted from his seat towards it, despite the glares from his sister. Backstage, the other pony models and
Derpy!
designers were baffled by the mass amounts of purple hair that had grown in every direction.
It's a
It was hanging from the
flood.
ceiling,
It's a
tangled in
purple
clothing,
flood.
bunched up in corners of the room, and growing around the hooves of the frightened fashion ponies. Prince Jack soon found the source of the growth coming out from under a small closet door. When he approached, he could hear soft sobs coming from within.
Oh my gosh.
Rapunzel, is that you?
He asked, jiggling the handle of the door, but was unable to open it.
Because hair.
I'm
The
stuck.
other side of the door. No, this is reminding me of the Legally Blonde PMV I
Prince
did.
Jack said, rearing up on his front hooves and bucking the door. He could hear the wood of the door splintering, so he bucked it again and again until finally it fell apart into wooden shards. Raripunzel tumbled out along with several more feet of tail.
Rare, are you all right?
I thought you'd left me. I thought Mother was right, that no pony would ever love or accept me because of this terrible, terrible curse.
Why, now that's just silly, Raripunzel. A curse like that can't define you. Why, you're kind, creative, hard-working.
Yes!
Just an all-around rarity.
Aww.
Aww.
But Jackie, what about my tail? It won't stop growing now. How will we ever get out of here?
Maybe it's your mother. I swear, every time that mare opens her mouth, it's like your tail knows it.
He trailed off when he realized that this was more than a comical observation, but an actual pattern.
Sweet Celestia, I think I got it.
Prince Jack said with a mixture of annoyance and happiness. He took Raripunzel's hoof in his own and led her out of the closet and directly on stage. Prince Jack stamped his hoof down to get Glamour's attention and interrupt her endless prattling.
That's enough! Every word out of your mouth is a lie! This is the mare responsible for these dresses. She's the one working herself to the bone just to make you look good.
Glamour
Yeah.
opened her mouth to protest, but couldn't find the words.
I was with Raripunzel before you showed up, and not once did her tail grow. Cause unlike you, I'm honest.
Yeah.
Here's a lie, doesn't it? When you start telling your ridiculous stories and your tall tales. Really? Really, Pinkie Pie?
Yeah,
Why
tall
does everything
tails.
have to be a pun with you?
Mother, is this true?
Tall tails.
No, of course not. I can't control your curse any more than you can.
Glamour said defensively, while Raripunzel's tail grew.
Growing,
What
growing,
exactly does
growing.
that prove? That the curse doesn't work with you. That's all.
All right then. Some pony, any pony, tell the truth.
Prince Jack demanded, turning to the crowd for help. The ponies in the crowd murmured to themselves, too frightened to speak up, except for Princess Orchard Blossom. She stood up and bellowed,
I am a stallion.
Yeah,
gasped
we
in
knew it.
surprise, but Raripunzel's tail didn't grow.
Tell a lie.
Darling Dash is the best darn model pony I've ever seen in all my days.
Orchard Blossom said, and as Prince Jack predicted, Raripunzel's tail grew.
Hey!
The crowd spoke out in shock, turning their attention to Glamour and booing.
I did everything for you. I raised you. I took you in as my own, and this is how you repay me?
You never loved me. You used me. But Prince Jack loves me. He was the
What?
only pony who ever treated me like I was worth something. He encourages me to be who I want to be, not what you want me to be. I'm free of you,
Wait,
Mother.
did he
and
say
I'm
that he loved
happy.
her?
I'm finally happy.
As she spoke the words, her curse was finally lifted. It was all thanks to Prince Jack's honesty and the honest love he had for her. The pony crowd watched in awe as Raripunzel's magical tail receded, leaving only a normal pony-length tail. However, when the curse was lifted, it took with it all of the magic that it had caused, including the already finished designs that Glamour had sold over the years. The crowd of ponies screamed in shock when the clothing they wore disintegrated from their bodies. Only Raripunzel's gown remained, as she wasn't allowed to waste her own special fabric when making clothing for herself.
No, no, no! My fashions, my clothing line. I'm ruined. Ruined!
Glamour shouted, bolting from the room.
Well, guess you're the last damsel in a dress, huh?
In a dress, perhaps, but in distress, no more.
Aw.
No, don't look at me. I'm so exposed.
Blossom cried, running from the fashion
Yeah,
show
apparently,
along with
'cause
several other naked ponies.
You really were a stallion.
Why is every pony freaking out? Seriously? We normally don't wear clothes.
Prince Jack said bitterly.
Yeah.
Raripunzel rolled
Yeah.
her eyes, knowing she couldn't possibly explain fashion to Prince Jack, no matter how hard she tried. Glamour fled from the city that night and was never to
Bye-bye.
be seen again. Raripunzel was free and finally able to express herself and her talents and actually be appreciated for them. She took over her evil mother's business and proved to be far more talented
Come
and
here, baby.
successful when she could work with proper fabrics. She had all the family she could ask for with Prince Jack and Orchard Blossom. The kingdom prospered and the Rarijack OTP lived on.
Oh, the Rarijack OTP lived on.
Oh, wasn't
Aw.
that a sweet story, Poundin' Pumpkin? And who can argue with Rarijack? Except for everyone in the comment section of this video. And I love Spike. Did I tell you how much I love Spike? Because Spike is so awesome. He's such an awesome character, and I love him to pieces, so please stop leaving hate comments in the comments.
Okay, Magpie. Oh, I got to see which was next. Okay, so I did like how you actually diverted from the Disney version. I mean, there were still some references, you know, in the art and stuff. But you actually went by your own story there. I'm glad. That was nice and new. Yeah, the Lost Narrator and Darling Dash. Okay. I can never take Big Mac seriously. What is? I'm an evil enchantress. I do evil dances. Yeah, I thought it was you, True. Which one? Discord Tales 2? But what is it? What is it? What is it? Discord Tales 2. But what's he doing? What's he doing? You troll! You magpie troll! Oh, seriously, Magpie, don't listen to what other people say. 'Cause, you know, YouTube commenters are the worst. They are. Come on, they are. But, you know, the first rule in dealing with cyberbullies: don't reply, don't respond, and just don't make contact at all. And just delete them, and report them, and block them. I just scared the kitty. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I really did like that. Yeah, Applejack as a prince is awesome. Applejack really is a good adventure hero. Yeah, I mean, I did see in the thumbnail that was Rarity and Applejack, and, you know, I didn't think you were gonna go the Disney route because, you know, Applejack as Flynn, it wouldn't really work, because Flynn is a big... Okay, I know I had cast Applejack as Aladdin. Shut up. Okay, but I did like that. It was creative, and I was so worried that Sakura was going to be, you know, the evil enchantress who does evil dances. Actually, her saying that song was funny. Though she wasn't evil in doing that. She was just teaching him a lesson. That's poetic justice. It's like the enchantress in Beauty and the Beast. Like, she just puts curses on those who Evil. Please, stop trying to attack my elbow. I do love my cat, but she's a bit of a fussy face sometimes. Okay. Okay. I really did like that, Magpie. You're not gonna tell us what Discord Tales this is? Why? I wanna know. Okay, it was a creative episode, though. I am very much like Applejack, as in I don't get fashion, and in that case, that kind of hurt my eyes a bit. And I get the joke with the Rainbow Dash and Generation 3 Rainbow. Wow, just wow. Very nice job. Very nice job. Okay, till next time, Disney Fanatic 2364 out.